Mrs. Assistant Director General, esteemed guests, je suis aussi francophone, mais je suis beaucoup plus confortable en anglais. Permettez-moi de parler en anglais, s'il vous plaît. Donc, je vous remercie. I'm very happy to be able to address you on the second day of this wonderful event. I regard World Philosophy Day as one of our most important events, which lies at the heart of UNESCO's mandate. I sincerely thank Assistant Director General Madame Gabriela Ramos for inviting me and giving this real opportunity to address this very special gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, the longest running dream of humanity is not to reach equality, but to see a philosopher king. The longest running question is not about whether essence precedes existence or vice versa, but it is about how we are going to affirm life in the best possible way in each circumstance. How good thinking and a cultivated world outlook can help us to sustain a good life. We are passing through a time where individuals and societies everywhere do not enjoy the empowerment of philosophy and humanities. Otherwise, how are we going to explain why we are living increasingly in polarized societies? Everyone is watching his own TV channel, reading his own newspaper, be friends with only those who think like him, and end up living in the same neighborhoods. Why is it that the so-called silo thinking gains so much power in shaping what we think? Why we are witnessing a rise in all kinds of radicalism? Why are we having failing health systems everywhere, and this even before the pandemic? Why was it so difficult for us to curb our excesses? What about the so-called cookies and advertisements which do not allow us a decent reading in the internet? Hundreds of questions come to mind on how we are in fact sabotaging our own achievements. And one last question. How did we commemorate the 250th anniversary of Beethoven? Yes, the factor of pandemics, of course. Yet, don't you think it would have been quite different if we had to commemorate it, say, 25 years ago? There is a common membrane, common thread that connects all these phenomena. It is the decline of humanities, unfortunate decline of humanities and studies. It is also the consequent absolute authority of the algorithms. For some time now, we have been encountering critical minds less and less. I do not dispute we owe so much to science. We will always need law. Yet we all know that only humanities enrich the individual in unique ways. It is philosophy and humanities that give us the vigor in front of life. Furthermore, we have to keep in mind that our contemporary societies have built-in vulnerabilities and complex interdependencies. Paradoxically, they could allow things to go very badly. Complexity grows by small steps, each of which seems reasonable at the time. We do not notice how fragile it is becoming. Then some little push arises, and the world starts to fall apart. And we start wondering how we got there. How are we going to monitor such processes? How are we going to measure where we are? Here again, we need humanities because the processes are not only complex, but also multi-layered and multi-dimensional. Only humanities can enable us to have better systemic thinking. The process of change has a tendency to change gradually first, and then all at once. We have seen that. Apparently, we have a broken engagement with philosophy and humanities, and we have to re-engage. Apparently, philosophy and humanities should finally outmaneuver something. What is this that we have to outmaneuver? This is the central question of today. I do not see any way out unless we establish blanket humanities courses, obligatory courses that is, at either the first year or the second year at the universities. I know that seems to be a long shot, but until then, we have to start this revitalization. In this respect, UNESCO's work will be very important. It is very important. We have to find ways how we can support more, fund better, and appreciate more our social and human sciences department. In this quest, ADG Mrs. Gabriela Ramos has a critical role, and I thank her heartily. Thank you.